Use me as your live-in housemaid and bank account. Roommate used me so I told his mom. Edited to fix typos. Okay, so this happened a couple years ago while living in my first apartment with friends. There were a couple people that rotated through the apartment, but the result ended up being the same. My roommate, 20/21M, let's call him D, and I, 23/24F at the time, had gone through about 3 roommates during our lease. The first, a friend of mine, decided to move back in with family and D stopped paying rent, so she left. The second roommate, let's call him J, had an urgent and very important family matter and had to move back home to care for his relative. The third roommate, call him R, decided to stay. This is all relevant later. So, when we moved in, I was struggling mentally due to some personal reasons and I quit my job. I did what I could to make money and still contribute to the bills. D picked up the slack and I was so grateful. What I wasn't grateful for was a disgusting kitchen every single day. I provided everything in that apartment except his personal items and his food. Everything else I brought or was gifted. Furniture, dishes, lamps, food, seasoning, beverages, all of it. D has also terrible hygiene. He worked in fast food and restaurant kitchen cooking and always smelled like grease and a gross kitchen after work, but wouldn't shower, just get in bed or change his clothes and then get in bed. He always smelled bad to the point I'd repeatedly request he shower. Day after day I begged him to clean up, he never did. It was always okay, yeah I got it, but never hey, I did it, so I got stuck cleaning. I got tired of wanting to cook and being unable to because all of my dishes were in the sink. Our next door neighbor had roaches and I found one in our cabinet and told him to take care of it. Once he saw it, a tiny one, he freaked out and started doing his own version of a deep clean, wiping everything due with a wet rag. That's it. Between R&D, I couldn't take it anymore. By early 2022, I had gotten a great new job with amazing pay. I started contributing and doing my part with bills. I was over the moon. R, however, had not contributed a dime as he didn't have a job. J had offered to let him move in, without talking to me and D, knowing that R did not have a job. The road was rocky with J for other reasons, so I left it. R and D got along famously, which was great. D needed a friend since him and I were butting heads every waking moment. Well, one day D comes home and says his work hours got cut and he was looking for something new. All good, I could cover the slack like he did for me. And I do. From March to August, when our lease ended. In that time, the dirty kitchen got worse. I'm talking food had mold growing on it, refrigerated items were being left out, multiple trash bags in the kitchen, D parked right next to the dumpster. And the icing in the cake, a raw chicken alternating between the fridge and the counter. It leaked raw chicken blood juice everywhere. This never got cleaned. At this point, I had stopped cleaning and stopped caring. I was footing the bills for the apartment and cleaning while these two bums were off spending money on shoes and girls. I had had enough. D and I got into it one last time before move out. He blamed everything on me. The dirty kitchen, the roommates that left, bills not being paid. I told him that was his mess, I can't control other people and I'm not his mom. We didn't speak for 2 months. So, for 2 months R&D had to cook and eat in their own dishes. Reminder, they had none. I packed up all of my stuff and put it in my closet in a way that would be obvious if they moved it. They had no regard for my space when I wasn't home. Would just go in my room to use my bathroom or get a dish. They were livid. We finally move out and I clean the entire apartment, top to bottom. The carpets in their rooms had to be replaced, so we lost the deposit. We got the bill for the cleaning services and asked for their part of the payment. R still had no job and D was living back home with his mom. For months I reached out to D for his payment, but he would block me wherever I reached out. Eventually, I told him I was going to take him to small claims court and he ignored me. So, I called his mom to tell her my plans. D's mom was a sweetheart to me always. She even tried to warn me about living with him but didn't disclose why. When I told her I was going to sue, I told her everything. She asked when he last helped with bills and I told her since April. Turns out from April to August, he had been asking his mom for money for the bills and spending it elsewhere. She was livid. She assured me that I was going to get my money back and if I didn't, I could sue. He called me and immediately started cussing me out. I hung up on him. His mom checked in every couple of weeks to make sure I was getting my payments. He planned to pay it back in 2 months. It took him 6. Use me as your live-in housemaid and bank account. Deal with the consequences of stealing from your mother. Edit to answer questions. I was still trying to make money by doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, and lots of babysitting because this was 2021 and COVID was still kicking our asses. Someone asked for pictures because I still have them, but I'm having a hard time doing so, and as soon as I can, I'll add them. Is this really revenge? It felt like it to me. I wasn't trying to tell on him. I was trying to inform him that I was going to take him to court for the money he owed me for the cleaning bill. If you don't think this fits in the sub, suggest where it should go then. Jay was the one on the lease and he moved Aaron to take over for him, so no, I could not go after R legally. Edit 2, why am I expected to clean when I couldn't contribute my entire portion for the bills, but no one is asking why he never cleaned up after himself when I started paying all of the bills? I'm not a housewife nor a maid. Cleaning can be done by everyone despite contributions to a household. Edit 3, here's the link to show just how disgusting this roommate was. Those of you saying I should have cleaned up after him, this is the mess I came home to every day when I started paying all the bills. Y'all still think I should have cleaned? I wish I had more pictures. The red stains are blood from a raw chicken that just sat out. Please like and subscribe to show support. I will continue to provide full stories.